Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the Blind Press YouTube channel and to the coffee stream. Today with me, I have Logan because he's homesick. So, unfortunately, I may have to stop in the middle of talking and tend to him, but the show will go on, as they say. So, today is World Mental Health Day, as the title says, and I'm going to talk a little bit about that, just because it's something that's like meaningful to me. But first, we're going to say hello to the chat. Good morning, Cult of Krill. Good morning, W.R. Costin. Good morning, Nico. Good morning, Chadwick. Good morning, Churchy. Oh, are you getting an echo? I am in my kitchen. That might be why. I just paused my phone. Let me turn it down a little bit. Is there anything is there anything else? Here, let me turn down my computer a bit. Weird. Is that any better? I know that probably wouldn't do anything. I just muted and unmuted. Like, how bad is the echo? Is it like a reverb? Is it and is anyone else getting it, or is it just Cult of Krill? Because if there is an echo, I don't know why. I haven't changed anything that I do or set up. Okay, it just might just be me. I hear no echo, but I'm wearing headphones. I didn't hear an echo. Sounds the same to me. Okay, Chadwick and Costin says, go away, people who are calling me. Weird, says Colton. Okay, so Nico doesn't hear anything. Weird. Okay, so it's from Cult of Krill's end. That sucks. I hope it clears up for you. I'm just gonna grab Logan another cracker. Want another couple of crackers? Why are you growling? Why are you growling? Silly bear. So, as I was saying, oh, I had a Twitter tab open as well, my bad. Oh, okay. Okay. So, World Mental Health Day, I just wanted to talk about it a little bit, partially because of the fact that I suffer from pretty bad depression, and also because of the whole BetterHelp bullshit that's been going on. So I just felt that I should touch on World Mental Health Day before we get into the news. And there's a couple of news stories that kind of cover mental health as well. So I figured that would be an appropriate opening topic to start off with. So I guess World Mental Health Day is supposed to kind of bring mental health into the foreground, and I do agree with that, because there's a lot of people who think that because you can't see mental illness that it's not there, or that it's easier to get over because it's not a physical illness. And I just want to kind of quash that myth. I'm sure that nobody in this chat thinks that. I know that we've had some discussions about mental health in this chat here, so um, but I've been told to get over it, like my depression, before, and oh my God, they're still ranting monkey, and them are still going. Um, yeah, monkey does have a streaming addiction. But it's okay because he's funny as fuck, and I would love to stream with. I finally got to stream with Monkey on Minions of the Zoo last week, so that was fun. Um, but I would like to do a stream with Monkey sometime. That would be hilarious. Um, so, Ranting Monkey, if you hear that, no. Anyway, um, so it's just one of the reasons why I started doing this channel and streaming and everything every day was to help with my mental health and to help keep me keep my mind occupied and just keep me just doing things and interacting with people and sharing my opinion on things, and it does help. It really does help. So it's very important to keep talking about your health and your mental. Like I don't preach about me being depressed and stuff. I don't talk very much about it, but there are some days, more likely than not in the wintertime, where I'm gonna be straight up with you guys and be like, I feel like shit today, because the winter is really bad for me. But every time someone tells me to get over it, I want to punch them in the face and tell them to get over it. Yeah, Chadwick, I feel you on that. I probably won't be saying much. I took my headphones off and I'm going to be listening to this while laying down. Well, if you fall asleep, Costin, have a good rest. Resting helps. Oh, yes. Church. Church is always the answer, isn't it, Nico? It's always the answer. You're depressed? Go to church. You have PTSD? Go to church. You're blind? Go to church. Yeah, no. Doesn't, no. When I did try to go to church, I went to a Pentecostal church, and they got very offended that I've got really freaked out when random ass people would just run up to me and hug me. And I was just like, whoa, who the fuck are you? Why are you grabbing me? What the hell's going on? And they would get all offended. Um, and it's just weird as hell. Just, it's not good for anxiety. You're right, Nico. Um, like at all. That's why I do the YouTube thing. I can't stand real people and online. I can just shut it off once I get my fill. Yep. Totally true. So, and that's honestly, that's why the BetterHelp thing really bothered me, because you have this service that's quite obviously a scam, and if you read the fine print, you can figure out that it's a scam. And you have these prominent YouTubers that are like, "Oh, I've used it, and I don't think it's a scam," and oh, like right around Mental Health Day, and they've just, it's obvious that their bank accounts are talking and not their morals, and it's a shitty thing to witness. Um, so that's my rant. I might have to try YouTube at some point. I considered it a few times, like streaming games for my PS4. It's fun. It's That's why I'm saving up for an Xbox One. I want to start streaming. Yeah. Streaming, like whether you're gaming or talking to people or both while you're streaming, it's super, super fun. It's cathartic. Yeah. Here's a cracker. You want a drink? You're welcome. Sorry, guys. I'm just grabbing the little guy a drink here. Okay, Mommy's gonna help you. Okay? Because I've got to wash your cups. So we're gonna drink like this. Oh, for crying out loud. Look, blind press is in full swing today. I'm like, I can't find you a cup with a lid. There's a cup with a lid literally right in front of me. I did the same thing with our oldest son's backpack this morning. I called King Hollow. I'm like, hey, where's the backpack? And it's literally inches from the thing that I needed to put in the backpack. It's like, okay. Special kind of special at work here. But you know what? If you can't laugh at yourself, what the hell are you good for, in my opinion? Depression or not, you gotta fucking laugh at yourself. Otherwise, you're just gonna be miserable. And as soon as I'm done getting this cup rinsed out and full of water for Logan, we'll get to the news. Here you go, buddy. There's some water. Okay, let's have some news, shall we? Sorry about that, guys. Don't feel bad, press. People do the same thing all the time. People like press makes me want to play Star Trek Online. See, I want to play Star Trek Online because I swear I heard somewhere that that's accessible for blind people. And I would really like to see if that's true. Because if so, I would play the shit out of that game. All right, I have DM'd all of the news stories that I wished to read to myself. Some of them are from Blind Press Reads, and some of them are from Discord, and some of them I found myself. So, we've got a mix today. And while I am calling up the articles here, and entering in my account information, despite having checked the Remember Me box, I don't know how many thousands of flippity-flapping times. Please like and share the stream. And if you are able, please take a look at the Streamlabs and Patreon links in the description. And why are you asking me to save my password, even though I've typed it in thousands of times? Computer, why are you aggravating me? Technology, why are you being technologically stupid? All right. Oh, and I also have a very interesting social media guide put out by Colorado State University that Lords of the Night mentioned last night. And if we have time, we'll take a look at that retardedness. It does have all the audio read aloud, but I'm not sure how the space battles would work. I'm not sure also how you'd have to, or Pinkala would have to help you set up your inabilities as those aren't read either. Okay. Sounds like it's worth a try, though. All right. So these first two come from Nico. One he sent on Discord, one he tweeted at me. So, Mexican couple may have killed as many as 20 women. Bup, 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 bup. What are you saying, Logan? Are you out of crackers? Oh, don't throw your water on the floor. That's not helpful. Okay. You're making it hard for Mommy to read the news, buddy. I have to keep getting up and stuff. Okay. Let's get to the heading here.
Heading level 1. Mexican couple may have killed as many as 20 women. You are complimentary. Link. End of. Bye. End of. Compliment. Link. Associated Press. Link. Link. Email. Crude. Posted. Updated. Posted. October 9th, 2018, 12:56 p.m. ED.
So this was yesterday.
Updated. October 9th, 2018, 01:14. Mexico City, AP. A Mexican couple caught carrying dismembered human remains in a baby carriage may have killed as many as 20 women, a top prosecutor said Monday.
Good God, why would you carry dismembered human remains in a stroller? What the hell is wrong with you? Like, I'm sure, okay, that's a stupid question. You're carrying, first of all, you're carrying dismembered human remains, period. So that's what the hell is wrong with you. You've killed women, that's what the hell is wrong with you. But to put the icing on the cake, you are now using a baby carriage to carry the dismembered body parts. Awesome. Yeah. Well, you just walked back to the beginning of a story where these two Mexican people may have killed 20 women and they were carting the dismembered remains around in a flippin' baby carriage. Because, as one does.
The man confessed to 20 killings, but gave details including the names of only 10 victims, said Alejandro Gomez, the chief prosecutor of Mexico State, which is located north and west of Mexico City. The couple was caught last week in Ecatepec, on the northern outskirts of the capital. You are current.
So he admitted to killing 20 women, but only gave names and details for half of them. Okay, he's doing that on purpose. Some, I think, have a cover on them, but people think babies are cute. They will want to see them. Yeah. Wow. Yes, Chadwick. Wow. Wow is a very good and apt description for what we are reading right now. Yes. Wow.
Gomez told Radio Formula the man appeared proud of the killings. There were signs he suffered a personality disorder and resented his mother and a previous girlfriend. You are...
Really? Are we going to blame the personality disorder and the resentment of his mommy and girlfriend? Or are we just going to tell it like it is and say he was a fucking psychopath? Because I'm going to go with the psychopath argument. Yep. That is a tactic that serial killers use, hold back some of the details of victims to make a deal with the police. Yep. Nico, that's exactly right. Either he's doing that, he's either doing it for himself or he's doing it to protect his Chiquita, which I highly doubt he's doing that if he's If they're gonna go with the personality disorder crap, he's probably doing it to save his own skin. Now, I'm not saying that this woman wasn't complicit in things, but she may try and play the "I was forced into it" angle. We'll have to see. Would you stop throwing your water on the floor? You are a troublemaker. Okay, are you better? Okay, let's go sit down on the couch. Mommy will put on a thing for you. Okay? You take it easy, all right? No craziness, all right? Your tummy's upset. Load. Load. Thank you. Okay, guys. Sorry about all this. Such is the life of a mom with small children. All right. Let's chat thing. Well, they killed 20. Sure sounds like a serial killer. Yep.
Link. By Tabula. Link. Link. Gomez told Radio Formula. Link. Link. What seemed macabre to me is that this person mentioned 10 cases in which he gives details, the names of the victims. He gave us the clothing they had on at the time. Gomez said he seemed happy about what he had done. You are current.
Well, of course that would seem macabre to you. You're not a psychopath.
His companion apparently helped him lure the women but may have played a submissive role. You are currently on it.
Sorry, if you're helping lure the women, you're still complicit and you need to serve time. Doesn't matter whether you played a submissive role or not. You still played a role.
Police placed the couple under surveillance after phone records showed they had contacts with 3 missing women. On Thursday, police caught them coming out of a house with a baby carriage carrying plastic bags with dismembered human body parts which the pair intended to dispose of in a nearby vacant lot. You are current.
Yeah, that's definitely psychopath behavior. That is disorganized. It's got earmarks of organized killers, but that's not very well thought. You're burying the body parts close by. This is definitely more disorganized than organized. This is more psychopathy than sociopathy. Good morning, Robert Burke. Yeah, I would definitely say that this is a psychopathy, not a sociopathy. That doesn't make it any better, but this is my theory.
Police said they went to the lot and found more body parts, but they were in such bad condition that forensic tests will be needed to identify them. Police said the couple acknowledged disposing of other bodies in a similar fashion. Gomez said Monday investigators have found more dismembered remains in 2 houses. You are currently on a text element.
Yeah, they're just leaving shit everywhere. They're not, this isn't, like, organized serial killers will have one specific spot. They will do things much more sneakily. They will, yeah, this has all the earmarks of, they see a woman, they grab her, like this seems more like spree and sporadic, like spontaneous killing. Yeah, not even burying, just dumping in an empty lot. Yes. It's like that bus driver who kidnapped a girl for like 20 years and his wife got 36 years and he got something like 200. Yeah. Hope everyone's having a wonderful day. Well, other than reading about Mexican couples killing 20 people and dumping them in lots. Yeah, I'm having a great day.
Gomez said the man confessed to sexually abusing some of the victims before killing them. Most were single mothers, and the couple apparently lured their victims with offers of cheap baby clothing. The couple, who were identified only by their first names in a police statement, also reportedly confessed that they had sold one of the dead women's 2-month-old baby to another couple. The baby was recovered and the other couple was detained.
Holy fuck.
Mexico State, which borders Mexico City to the east, north and west, has suffered from waves of women's killings in recent years. You third-party ad content. Link. You at link. You may like link.
And that's the end of that article. So thankfully the baby's alive and physically okay, but that's fucked. Sick people for sure, yeah. Hey, Adam. So far, coffee. Hey, Poppy. Is Monkey's stream finally over? Shall we get rid of the awful stories first, everyone? I think we should. Let's get rid of the awful stories first. So there's one more really, really awful story, but I really wanted to talk about it. So we'll get it over with. And then we'll move on to something slightly more ridiculous that we can laugh at. I think that's a good way of, who knows, maybe Monkey will join us. Hey, Alex. I wish it was Friday. I would send him the link. Just randomly send him the link. Maybe I should do that. And he sounded pretty tired. Yeah, this one I felt so bad, but with talk about rape allegations yesterday, I had to share it. Yeah. And it's important with all of the rape allegations that are flying around these days that turn out to be either false or, you know, you keep finding about women who have been raping people. It's like it's getting ridiculous. That's not the one. That's not the one. Did I not save it? Oh, I will have to go to Discord. I thought I sent it to myself, but I did not. So let's go to Discord and get the story, shall we? Discord, ho! Till after his nap, then he'll be back at it for sure. Yep. All right. Heartbroken mom found hanged after her son killed herself due to false rape allegations. This is from the Mirror. So I think this happened You know, there was never a rape culture until the left started talking about it. Yup. Coincidence? I think not. Yeah. Oh shit! Well, while I'm right here, while I'm here, general. Where is Churchy? There's Churchy. Add roll. There you go. Ta-da! You now have the roll. You have been rolled, Churchy. Okay. Back to the depressing story, and then we will get on with some things that we can laugh at. Yes, I know you use cookies. Fuck off with your damn cookies. Nobody fucking cares about the cookies. I just want to read the story. Oh, fuck you and your fucking cookies. My children are going to have such colorful language. Okay.
You are heading level 1. Heartbroken mom of teen who killed himself after withdrawn rape allegation found hanged at family home.
So the rape allegation was withdrawn. Not that that makes any difference. So let's read.
The family of grief-stricken Karen Cheshire, 55, said she could not see a future without son Jay Cheshire, 17, who took his own life after being falsely accused of rape.
Which, I don't blame the poor kid. That's a heavy allegation.
Share. Facebook, Twitter, group, LinkedIn, Flipboard, group, link, email, 60,000 by Stephen Walter Ann. Link, Richard Wheatstone. 11/18, July 29, 2016.
So this is old. But
updated 11/34, October 9, 2018.
Okay, so this originally happened in 2016.
12.
It's now updated yesterday.
Discord, number gen.
In
quit. Safari busy.
It's now been updated as of yesterday.
Safari busy.
Seriously?
Link, news. You are currently on a link. Heading link, weird link, end of button. Navigation link, shop.
Where did the story go?
Busy.
Oh my god. This website keeps refreshing. Sorry, guys. No problem, Churchy. Even if it's withdrawn in today's culture, people will still believe it. Yep.
Link. Link.
I know somebody very close to me who had a false rape allegation, and it's affected their life a lot. That's all I'm going to say about that.
Link. Bingo. Safari busy.
Oh, guys, I don't want to have to not read this story, but it's not. Let me plug my headphones back in, try and get this queued up here, and we'll attempt this because I would like to talk about this story. Let's refresh it here. Okay, come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. You can do it. You can do it. Oh, fuck off. No, I don't want to have to. Oh, dear. Okay. Are you serious? It wants me to do a survey? Oh, fuck you, Mirror. It wants me to do a survey before I read the article. Hey, I want some rolls. You have rolls, Adam. Oh, rolls. And you're not even in the Discord, so you don't get any rolls. It's okay, dude. It's the Mirror. It's stupid. So, go away, Mirror. You suck. But it is the Mirror, so let's let's not be too shocked. It wasn't even a paywall, Pinkalo. It was a goddamn survey. Oh, okay. Yeah, ad pop-ups. Or ad blocks. Ad blocks can be useful, I suppose. Oh, the BBC works. Yes, the BBC does work. All right. Let's get back into Discord. Let's get back into Discord. Come on, Discord, open up. There we go. News for the coffee stream. All right. The BBC usually works, so I got it, Nico. Let's see if this works. It's already seeming to. Okay.
Heading level 1. Southern Health. Mother killed herself year after son suicide. You are current. October 18, 2016. Collapsed. Menu. Media caption. The inquest heard Karen Cheshire could not cope after her son Jay Cheshire killed himself. Figure. Page 04 CG. Mother Karen Cheshire killed herself year after son Jay's suicide. Frame. Media caption. The inquest heard Karen Cheshire could not cope after her son. End of. Media. A grieving mother killed herself days after the first anniversary of her son's suicide. An inquest has heard. Karen Cheshire was found hanged after the troubled Southern Health NHS Trust failed to identify her as at risk. You are currently...
Oh, so this is the angle. They're going at this from the angle of the NHS was looking after her after her son's death. And apparently they failed to notice that she was depressed. I don't know how you could fail to notice that someone was depressed after their son kills themselves, but the only problem with the BBC is they're like a half a step above tabloids. Yeah, the Mirror though is closer to a tabloid than the BBC, unfortunately.
Winchester Coroner's Court heard she could no longer cope after her son Jay died in Riverside Park, Southampton following a rape allegation last year. You are...
So, yeah, it looks like she was being overseen by the National Health Service for mental health reasons. And it looks like they're under investigation because it would appear that they've failed her. Just like the justice system seemed to have failed her son because he was accused of rape and he didn't do it. And well, luckily it was withdrawn, so it didn't really fail him. But you know, rape allegations They don't go away. Imagine my shock. They're not really doing their job. Yeah. Exactly.
Coroner Gradane Short said the trust failed to understand the significance of the anniversary. You are
How could you fail to understand the significance of the anniversary of the suicide of a woman's son? Are these people made of ice? They should charge that girl with third-degree manslaughter. 2 counts of it. 1 for the son, 1 for the mother.
Southern Health NHS Trust was criticized for failing Ms. Cheshire, 55, after she was hospitalized on 5 separate occasions over a 6-month period.
God damn. They really did drop the ball on this poor woman. 5 hospitalizations on 5 separate occasions. And then the anniversary of his death comes up. Like, are you people dense? Seriously. This does not take rocket science to figure out what she's struggling with here.
The inquest heard how, after being discharged from hospital, Ms. Cheshire was not seen by the Southern Health team for 2 months and she had become disengaged. She was found dead at the family home in Bittern Park, Southampton, on 18 July. You are currently on...
So she was hospitalized. They basically kept her there for a while, then let her go and didn't follow up with her? The first anniversary is always the hardest of any death. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt that at all. This is absolutely disgusting and a horrible, like, this makes me feel even worse for her because not only was she grieving the death of her son, but she was basically just left to the wolves by the National Health Service. She was basically left to fend for herself with her depression and her grief, which is never fun for anyone. It's never okay to just throw somebody to the wolves of their grief and their depression. That's beyond heartless. That's all I can say about that. That's beyond heartless.
The trust has been under intense scrutiny since an NHS England Commission report in December found it failed to investigate the unexpected deaths of hundreds of patients. You are currently on the text element. Heading level 2, same row. A representative from Southern Health apologized for failing Ms. Cheshire after the court heard she had described herself as helpless, struggling and raw. You are...
That's all you have to say? I'm sorry? This woman was crying out for help. She was describing herself as struggling, helpless, and raw. She had been hospitalized on 5 different occasions, which means she tried to kill herself more than once. And all you people can say is, oh, we're sorry. Sorry. We're sorry. It's like that South Park BP meme. We're sorry. Sorry. That's the problem with having a National Health Service. They're getting paid regardless of whether they do a good job or not. Yeah. My brother lived in London for a decade. The NHS sucked. They misdiagnosed his wife, which caused ongoing issues for them both. Yeah. They also have to estimate how many elderly are going to die over the holidays due to poor staffing in facilities. Jesus. That's a fun discussion and decision.
Ms. Cheshire's daughter Camellia, 22, said the rape allegation was the catalyst for losing her mom and brother in the space of a year. A police statement said the alleged victim would not support a prosecution and the investigation was discontinued due to the evidence available. You are currently on...
She would not support a... What kind of rape victim doesn't want her rapist prosecuted? Are you serious? Oh, I don't want to prosecute, but I'm just going to say that this kid raped me. Wow.
In September 2015, the inquest into Jay's death heard the police investigation had a profound effect on his mental well-being. Mr. Short said, "It's clear Karen believed she couldn't continue with her life and cope with the pressure she found herself having to live with after the devastating loss of her son. You are currently on a text." Miss Cheshire used the same piece of rope her son had used to take his life to hang herself after it was returned to her by police, according to her daughter, Camellia. You are currently on a text element.
Ooh. Why would you give the hangman the hanging rope back to the family? Why? Why? Why would you do that? Here, ma'am, just thought you'd like to have the rope your son killed himself with back. Here you go. Gotta make sure you have all your pieces of property returned to you, including the suicide weapon. What the fuck is wrong with you people? UK police and National Health Service. I love visiting the UK, but I wouldn't want to live there. Me neither.
She said, "That's something that's going to stick with me for the rest of my life, that they both took their lives in such an extreme manner. You are current."
Of course. No one would expect it not to. I feel awful for this poor young woman, the daughter.
Heading level 2, related topics.
Okay, so that's the end of the article. That oof. Well, I suppose today was a good day to cover that. Shaking my head. Yep. I wonder if just having that rope made it so much worse, the constant reminder. Yeah. The same rope, goddamn, yeah. Cuz got to make sure that the family has that piece of rope back. That's a cruel outcome in the same bedroom with the same rope. Yep. Guys, I'm just gonna run and quickly put on another show for Logan, and I'll be right back. Hey, buddy. What's up? You okay? Got a bit of a fever, honey. Why are you all wet? Did you find Alice's water? So everyone, let me tell you a joke. Don't worry, I'll entertain the room. Oh God. A black guy, a trans woman, and a Jew walk into a cab. Is that the joke? Yeah, that's the joke, apparently. Sorry, guys. I'm just, I forget how the rest goes. but I assure you it's a gas. Oh, Adam. You're a funny guy. So I'm just checking something real quick, and then we'll get on to the funnier stuff. That's not right. Yeah, that was pretty bad, Adam. All right, let's get to the Twitter here. So, got a couple more stories for you. Oh, hello, Peter. Police officers decry offensive restrictions on off-duty cannabis use. Because in 7 days, that's right, 7 days, it will be legal here in Canadistan.
You are currently on share on Faith, share more Ottawa. Ottawa, the association that represents frontline police officers, says some forces are implementing nonsensical and downright offensive policies that prohibit or severely limit off-duty cannabis use. You are.
Yeah, they are.
The comments come as the RCMP and the Toronto Police Service both a rule that would bar cannabis use by members within 28 days of a shift.
What? 28 days of a shift. You can't smoke a joint. Seriously?
Medical marijuana is shown in Toronto on November 5th, 2017. The medical marijuana is shown in end of medical marijuana link image. You have reached your limit of free stories.
Fuck you.
Investor.com star logo SM end of the Star Digital Access. Enjoy your first.
Screw you. The Star. Making me take away my free access. Well, gonna have to move to Canada. Yep. I'm jelly. I want legal weed too. Yeah. I know, right? I want to move to Canada too, but they won't let me. Well, it all depends on what province you're in. Because some of the provinces have retarded laws. Like in Quebec, you're not allowed, like when weed becomes legal in Canada, you're going to be allowed to smoke in Quebec. But God help you if you buy a shirt with a pot leaf on it, or a hat, or a belt buckle or something. And God help you if you're a business selling that type of stuff. Hopefully after the midterm elections, it'll be legal here. Yeah, luckily in Canada, the Conservatives are not against pot anymore, because a lot of Conservatives in the party are younger now. And the last Prime Minister before Justin Trudeau was very much against marijuana. But when he left, a lot of his supporters kind of left as well. And a lot of the newer Conservative MPs are a bit younger, a bit more liberal, which is funny. That's why I want to move to Washington, says Chadwick. Yeah. So even if Trudeau, well, even when Trudeau gets ousted, because he's not going to get reelected here, I really don't think. I don't think the Conservative government will take the legal pot away. I really don't, because that would just, I think that would just be a bad move on their part. Now, some provinces, like Ontario, at first, when the Liberal government was in charge, was going to only have it sold through the Liquor Control Board of Ontario, which means that you could only go to the liquor store and buy it. But Doug Ford said, no, that's stupid, and he made it so that it's now privatized. So you'll be able to see mom and pop stores popping up selling weed. Now, the shitty part is edibles are still going to be illegal because they're going after the think of the children. Think of the children. Instead of going after the dumbass parents who leave their edibles in the reach of their children. Because just don't do that. It's fairly simple. Put your edibles in a specific spot, leave them there, and put your normal food in, the pantry where the normal food goes. It's really not that difficult. I don't understand. I can't find any meds that help with PTSD issues. I'm going to try and talk to my doc soon to find out if there's any chance I can get medical pot. It helps so much. It does. Without pot, I wouldn't be able to sleep. My back would kill me. My anxiety would go through the roof. It's like I do take antidepressants and stuff just to help with the chemical imbalance in my brain, but when I introduced pot into the mix, it definitely helped. That same shift has happened in Michigan over the past 5 or 6 years. The old guys are getting voted out. Yeah. See, they are still going to regulate it like that. What's the difference between going to a liquor store or dispensary? It keeps it out of the hands of those who shouldn't get it. Well, see, that's not necessarily true, because how many times do you hear of people buying liquor for underage people? You can't, and the thing with Ontario is we've just allowed liquor to be sold in grocery stores and whatever. So the problem I have with that is you can't tell us that pot is only allowed to be sold in the liquor store and then turn around and allow liquor to be sold other places than a liquor store. That's not how that works. And if you're going to do that, then you need to stop selling cigarettes at customer service counters in grocery stores, and you need to stop selling cigarettes at convenience stores, and cigarettes need to be only sold at liquor stores as well. That's my argument against that. In Michigan, we're legally required to keep everything in a locked box. Okay. Weed is safer than pills, in my opinion. Yep. Some people can't smoke pot, and pills like Meridol are not all that good. Yeah, no. They should legalize edibles regardless. Yes, they should. It would be cool. Weed being illegal here doesn't really affect me. It would just be sweet to go and get bud anytime, like alcohol. Yeah. The good thing that this thing happens. The good thing about this legalization is that you're also going to be allowed to grow 4 plants. So if you don't want to buy weed that's been grown by the government, which is going to be sold in these stores, right? You can grow up to 4 plants at home, and you can smoke your own homegrown weed. At least in Ontario, this is what is allowed. So that's awesome. I probably have to do the edibles because my apartments don't allow smoking. Yeah. And I'm not fond of the smell of pot. Some people love it. I love it. Some people don't like it. The edibles thing is no retail. Okay, so no retail stuff. I can still make cookies and brownies. Yeah. You can do sugar-free options, Nico. I don't know how sugar-free brownies would work with weed, because I think weed needs sugar to bind to, but I could be wrong. I'm not a chemistry person at all. I sucked at baking, like, well, any kind of science. So please don't quote me on that. Well, since we can't read that story about the police officers who can only smoke a joint, the THC binds to the oil. Yes, it can be turned into tea, Nico. And you can do stuff like Pincalo just says, sugar-free edibles equals diabetic recipe with 1/4 ounce per 9x9 pan. Yeah. The THC binds to the oil. Okay, thank you, Straight Sith Mail. So it's not the sugar, it's the oil, and like the butter and stuff that you need. Oh, 313 is part of the area code. 313, fuck free world. So, do you guys remember last week the story that I read about the banning of religious symbols for some civil servants in Quebec? And how I said that I would be okay with that if they banned the crucifix too? Well, guess what? Crucifix will stay in Quebec's National Assembly, CAC says. Or QAC says. So, looks like that's gone right out the window. So, yeah, that's a little bit racist. If you're going to say that Jews and Muslims can't wear their stuff, but we Christians can still wear our crosses, no, I'm not okay with that. I'm not okay with that.
Heading Level 1. Crucifix will stay in Quebec's National Assembly. CAC says. The incoming Coalition Avenir Quebec government says it has no intention of removing the crucifix that hangs behind the Speaker's chair in the legislature.
But separation of church and state, y'all. Separation of church and state. Except for the crucifix. That can stay. Separation of church and state.
Link. The Canadian Press. Black. Updated. October 9th, 2018. YouTube video player. Link. Adjust. Link. Simon Jolin Quebec. The incoming Coalition Avenir Quebec government says it has no intention of removing the crucifix that hangs behind the Speaker's chair in the legislature. Simon Jolin Barrett, a spokesman for the transition team, said Tuesday there is no contradiction between the new government's plan to impose strict secularism rules on certain public servants and its desire to maintain the crucifix. You are currently...
Really? There's no miscongruity there? None at all? It's perfectly fine to make people take off their hijabs and their bibas, but you can't. You gotta keep the cross. Oh, you special kind of hypocrites, you! Holy moly! Holy moly!
The historic position of the CAC is to keep the crucifix in its current position, he said. It is a heritage object.
No, it's not a heritage object. It's a religious object. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I hate to bust your bubble. The U.S. still has In God We Trust on their cash, don't they? I think so. In Oklahoma, I think there was a huge thing where they had the Ten Commandments outside, so the local satanic church had a statue of them. Oh, I hope that's true. I think it was outside the courthouse. I hope that's true. Yeah, it was outside their courthouse. It was, people were losing their shit over it, even though it was there for 30 years. That's Jesus was famously a heritagist. Yes. Yes, he was all for that heritage.
He says the crucifix, which has hung in the National 12.S the historic. He says the crucifix, which has hung in the National Assembly since 1936, is part of our history and an accessory to the issue at hand.
No, it's not it's an accessory to proving your hypocrisy with the issue at hand, yes. However, it is not a historical object. Well, unless you call the Bible historical text, which even I would hope that most religious people would say no. Some wouldn't, but what if their heritage is their religion? Well, for a lot of French Catholics, that it is their religion, but there's a lot more to Quebec than the crucifix, and these people know that. They're being obtuse on purpose, I think.
But Patrick Palin, a professor in Université Laval's Faculty of Law, called that a double standard.
It is a double standard.
The government can't talk out of both sides of its mouth, he said in an interview. I can't see how. On Nico, number news for the coffee stream. 11-point.app the government. I can't see how. On the political level, we want religious neutrality and secularism and not apply that standard at the National Assembly.
Not wrong. Not wrong at all.
Jolin Barrett, re-elected October 1st, said he stands behind. Link. His party's plan to prohibit public servants in positions of authority from wearing visible religious symbols. Black. Period. You are currently the party Québécois under Pauline Marois. And. Link. The Liberal government last year said keeping the crucifix did not contradict their secularism policies. CAC leader François Legault agreed, saying we have a Christian heritage in Quebec and we cannot decide tomorrow that we can change our past.
So, it's okay to have a cross because you have Christian heritage. But you can't, then you don't get to tell other people that they can't have religious symbols because their religion could be their heritage too. And you cannot ask people to disavow their heritage if you don't want to. So either you say that people in positions of civil service get to keep their religious symbols and you get to keep your crucifix in the National Assembly and everyone gets to keep their heritage, or all religious symbols across the board in government offices go. Those are your options. You don't get to claim both sides. That's not how that works.
Link. Quebec Solid. Period. Link. Quebec Solidaire has proposed removing the crucifix. Period. Quebec has had an elected legislature since 1792, but the crucifix was placed over the Speaker's chair in the Assembly only in 1936 by Premier Maurice Duplessis, who used to say that he led the only Catholic government in North America. You are currently...
Yeah, Duplessis was insane. Maurice Duplessis was an absolute nut job. the crucifix had not, like the article just said, the crucifix has not always hung in the Quebec National or Quebec General Assembly. The government just needs to stay out of people's shit and deal with government stuff. Yep. What killed my faith in religion was when I was homeless. I went to 4 churches for help with food, and the Catholics said I needed to do 6 months of classes before they could help me. Yeah, if you're not religious or Catholic, it's like Monkey saying that America isn't officially English, but the Constitution is in English and the majority of people speak it. Yeah. It was a satanic couple that took me to Walmart and spent $200 on food for me. Yeah, the freaks are always the nice ones. Why don't people believe me when I say this? Seriously. Why is it no one believes me that the freaks are always the nice ones? Government should have no say on what we do every day. They should only have judgments over laws and legislation. That's it. Yep. Organized religion is organized for a reason. Money. Yep. I wouldn't judge all Satanists by that. No. There are some crazy ass Satanists. I'll tell you that. But there are also some crazy ass Christians, and some crazy ass Muslims, and some crazy ass Jews, and some crazy ass Hindus, and some crazy ass Krishnas, and I could go on and on and on and on and on.
The crucifix sits underneath a gold-adorned wooden sculpture of the royal coat of arms, featuring a lion and a unicorn, and representing the British monarchy. On the sculpture are 2 slogans in French: Dieu et mon droit, God in my right, an affirmation of the divine right of the monarch, and Honi soit qui mal y pense, shame on those who think ill, the motto of the Most Noble Order of the Garter, created in 1348 by King Edward III. You are the Bouchard-Taylor Commission. The Bouchard-Taylor Commission on the Accommodation of Minorities in 2008 called on the Assembly to remove the crucifix and move it to somewhere else in the building. You are in a 2013 poll by the Gazette and Canadian Institute for Identities and Migration. The province was split on crucifixes in city halls and the National Assembly, with 45% believing they should be exempt from religious symbols bans, while 47% believed they should not. Support for keeping crucifixes was stronger in Quebec City and rural areas than in Montreal.
That's a tight vote. People are crazy. You'll find them everywhere. Yep. The freaks are nice to you to get to you. That's, you know what? That's not necessarily untrue. I will grant you that.
0924JL value with files from Kevin Doherty. Heading level 2. Related.
Oh, and that's the end of that story. So that's
12.sfns text. Black. Align left.
That is quite the close vote. The religious people do the same thing. Yep. I got told by a religious person last week that I was braver than Superman for leaving my house. But when I told him I didn't believe in God, I got told that I should believe in God because, you know, back when he was in high school, he was the top of his class and he didn't believe in God. But then he came to realize that, you know, only the really smart people believed in God. So it's like, are you telling me I'm stupid because I don't believe in God? Is this what I'm hearing? The freaks are also the first to turn on you. True story. Yep. This is true. This is very, very true. So we have got 11:14. So we'll go to 11:20 and then we'll wrap up. There are multiple paths with Satanists. The crazy ones and then the ones who believe you have the ability to take control of your own life. Yeah. in all fairness, anyone can turn on you at any moment. Christians or Satanists, people will be people. Yep. This is absolutely true. So we've got about 5 more minutes. Is there any questions for me? Any comments? Anything you'd like me to cover in the next few streams? Anything at all? Just throw it at me here. Why I have huge trust issues. Oh, comments on new Philly D stuff. I might have missed it. I'm really thinking that, like, I'm really, I haven't seen the stuff about him cheating on his wife or anything like that. So I'm not gonna say anything on that. But he's definitely letting his bank account talk for him, I think. I think that he didn't want to decry BetterHelp because he's making some good money off of it. Or on the fact that he's a partner in the whole thing and holds an ad agency. Yeah, that's shady as fuck to me. And for him to be like, I'm not really a partner with them, but I am a partner with them. It's like, what? Make up your flippin' mind. You can't not be a partner with them and be a partner with them. Phil, I'm sorry. Doesn't work that way. At all. To wife stuff is just a little fun drama. Yeah, I just find the whole partner ad agency thing really shady. And I noticed that when he was just talking about it in his video, he was like, he usually talks pretty fast because he's trying to get out a lot of information in 15 to 20 minutes, but he was talking extra fast in that video. And it was like, the faster I talk, the more I can say. And like, if he just gobbledygooked his way through everything and was hoping that he could play the, oh, I didn't read it, and you know, as soon as I found out, I stopped all the sponsorships and all that. Like, it's all very boilerplate, very scripted, very glossing over tactics, what he was doing, and I think it just made it a little worse. I'm curious if Star Trek Bridge Crew is accessible to the blind. So am I. Is that a Steam game, or is that like just a downloadable game? He should have just kept his fucking mouth shut, not made an announcement, and took care of everything privately. Yep. Philly D is a pretend centrist who doesn't have the balls to commit to something that isn't financially beneficial to him. Yes, Peter. Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely. It's for Steam and PS4. It was intended for VR, but they've made it so you don't need VR for it. Okay. I need to start putting the petition to Valve Corporation back in the descriptions of my streams. I actually created a petition on change.org using a blind press handle. and I'm hoping to get some signatures so it will go to Valve Corporation, so that they will understand that they should make the Steam platform more accessible. Because more and more game developers are actually trying to make their games accessible, but when you have platforms like Steam who aren't accessible, it's impossible to play their games. Exactly, that's why I never liked him. That's why he came across as a closet SJW. He really does. What makes me curious is VR has good audios for Immersion. It's possible theoretically. Yeah, it would be. Using a VR headset would be interesting for a fun experiment. Well, guys, it's 11:20. We're gonna wrap up here so I can go take care of Logan. So thank you all for coming and watching. Please like and share the stream if you haven't already. And if you are willing and able, the Streamlabs and Patreon links are in the description. And my Twitter is in the description. And starting next stream, I'll be sticking that Valve Corporation petition back into the description as well. Please join me tomorrow at 10 o'clock for the next coffee stream. And on Friday, I don't know who the guest will be yet, but we'll see. And don't forget to tune in Saturday night at 10 p.m. Eastern for the Star Trek stream, where we review the pilot episode of the animated series. So that should be lots of fun. And I'm hoping to be joined by Polydub, the One Ton Hammer, and Skeptalk. So that should be a fun discussion. So I hope everyone has a great day. Stay safe, everyone, and we will see you tomorrow.